Okay, so let's take a look at how you can create your storage account in Azure and how to configure file share within that. So first thing that we are going to do is we will open Microsoft Azure portal and then go to services. Now here, as you can see, I clicked on storage category and then went to storage accounts. I already have one of the storage accounts, but I will show you how to make one. Then we will go to file share, right? So click on create button. This should create a storage account here for you. Then you can click on subscription, click free trial, then choose resource group. Then you'll have to choose an instance, give it a name, choose a region. You can also deploy to edge zone, then choose the performance, standard or premium, and then choose redundancy. Now to explain the redundancy in short, you can think of a file being stored in single data center which becomes local redundant, and if it spreads across multiple data center then it's geo redundant, right? And then within the geo there are also zones, so it becomes again zone redundant, and mix of those will be geo zone redundant. Now the price of each option would be different. Locally would be less costly and geo zone would be a bit costly and suitable for enterprise only. Now once you move past this, click advanced tab. Here you set the security for transfer through REST API. You set the rule for public access container, then also for storage account key access option, and then move on to minimum TLS version and permitted scope options. You also have to enable the hierarchical namespace, select, and then your blob storage options will be enabled as well, right? And then there are some tiers that you can check, hot and cold. So hot is for regular access, whereas cold is for your infrequent access. Now if you have enabled the hierarchical namespace, your Azure files will be enabled as well. You get that option. Now let's click networking. So here you see network access to public endpoint, private endpoint, and you can also enable disable both, right? Then there is routing. So routing here we can let Microsoft manage the routes, or you can allow the internet routing, right? So next is protection of your data. You can recover your data within the retention period. So say 7 days you can set it. You can enable soft delete, so after 7 days they will be permanently deleted, right? So you set the number of days here. You can track the versioning of your files in blobs, can also enable disable that option, and finally access control to set the version level immutability support, where you set time-based retention policy of those files and accounts as well. Next comes your encryption, where you can see the encryption type being Microsoft managed keys or customer managed keys. Then comes blob and files option, and also the all service types option, right? And you can manage those things as well. Right now the next option would be tags, which can allow you to organize your resources. And finally comes the review option, where you can review all the resources and then set your account. I already set one account, so here you see I have my account here. Can go there. Now let's minimize, and here on the left hand side you will find all the options related to your storage account. On the right hand side you see the information of existing storage account. Now if we go here, you will notice storage browser showing you the existing storage items like blob, file shares, tables, and queues. Then there is data storage option where you can see file shares. Right here you see currently we don't have anything here. However, let's say I want to add file share, so I will click on plus icon file share. Now here we will give it a name my share. Right, then we choose a tier between premium, transaction optimize, hot and cool. So I will choose cool, as you know it would be cost effective that way. Right, then we will click on create. Now it should create a file share with my name my share. Double click on it and you will go inside file share options. On the left hand side you see all the options related to snapshot backup, and also there is overview, diagnose option, access control, and browse. So we'll choose browse. So let's see what it does. Another option to access your file share is through your storage browser as well. Right, so now we can click on upload so that we can upload something here. There is also option for add directory, so if you click on it we can create the directory. Right, if you want to connect to this space you click on connect and you will notice that there is mount option. So for your system you can mount this particular file share and that will be visible within your operating system. Right, there will be authentication method of active directory or storage account key there. Right, so we will ignore this for now, but we will take a look at upload option. So we click on upload. So let me choose a file. So let's say I have my logo and I will upload. Now that logo is uploaded here. Right, so I will select this and on the right hand side I can see its URL. So we access that and click go. Notice that it is throwing error because we have not set any permissions for this particular file. Right, so to do that you can click on options, then let's take a look at properties. Here notice that currently there isn't option for our access control. Here we will click on this and here you see identity based authentication for Azure file shares. To give individual account access you will have to enable identity based authentication for entire storage account. Right, so that seems to be the problem. So that's one of the reason it's not visible. Right, now like I said, in order to connect to this particular file share you can also mount this on your system, then drop the files on that drive and they may appear here as well. So that's one more way to sync your file share on your desktop as well. Right, so this is pretty much the flow for you to check on file share. So let me show you one more way to access the file share, which is through storage browser. So we click on storage browser and on the right hand side it will show you the view to access variety of data storage. Right, so if we check the options for file shares, we click on that and notice my share option here, and here you see we can select this and also check variety of properties. So here I can generate SAS for it. So let's see if I can apply the read permission, right? So let's have it for 1 day. So generate the SAS token and URL for this. Let's take a look at, we have the token here and SS URL. So copy this and let's see if it is accessible through that option. And notice that it is allowing me to download instead of accessing the tab, right? So this was the token and this was URL immediately below this generate SS option. So you get the idea how to access any file through your file share. Right now I will delete this so that I can get rid of this particular file on my file share. Also I can get rid of file share by selecting that and delete share. So it will kind of confirm before deletion. I will agree to that and click delete. It will be deleted automatically within 7 days, right? So we pretty much followed the flow for creating storage account. Then we created our file share. We have seen variety of options that it is offering us.